I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Collective Minds, and I'm nervous again, but I'm gonna play Cat Goes Fishing. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what to title it, because I haven't done it yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I might be able to look for that hat that I haven't been able to get yet. But we'll see. I know that I just opened up a whole area that has a bunch of new fish, so that's why I went with that title. Yeah. So yeah, I'm Aura and I'm gonna play Cat Goes Fishing. People can hear me and stuff, right? I hope so. Someone will tell me if they can't hear me, I'm sure. That's rude. Honestly start by looking for that hat because it'll make it so nice. For all the other stuff that I might want to do, yeah, I should get you out of the way. It's not waiting music, it's the game's music. Oh, the game's too loud? Okay. Is that better? I turned it down some, but it can definitely go down more if it needs to. That's rude. I know Primal Pack just said the game's a bit loud, but I'm not sure if that's just still true from before. Better now? Okay, good. Hi, Aquamelon. Also, hi Primal Pack, hi Ashley, hi Nitrogen. Cool. Okay, I think that's all of the like clearing out that I have to do to go after that hat. Dang it. That's rude. You weren't over there before. Whatever. I say hi to Primal Pack very frequently. Like, even when we're not doing anything. Whatever. They're expensive. But yeah, I say hi to Primal Pack even if they just, like, walk into my office. I forgot to even look at how expensive it was. Did anybody notice how expensive it was? Oh. Is it Onyx still out, by the way? Just want to make sure. I had actually just started Aqua, so you can start it over if you want. But you didn't miss much. I had just started when you joined. I did not get a light. Well, that's not gonna work. it'll look like I've been streaming longer than I have been because I have like a starting screen that the stream hangs out on while I put the link in Discord, make sure I have everything set up, and work up the nerve to start the actual stream, basically. So like there's usually at least a few minutes at the beginning where I haven't actually done anything yet. There's just like the game music will be on in the background. Hi, Ben. There's a lot of cool stuff down here that I don't really want to catch yet. Shiz. Dang it. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't think it's any of my quest fishies. Yeah, there's a lot of cool new ones. It's a spotter. Cool. Yeah, there was a stingray down there. There was some new little fish and some other new big fish. That's why I was pretty confident naming this episode what I did, because I knew that I had just unlocked a whole new area, and especially if I was gonna look for hats at all, I was gonna explore the bottom a lot, which I hadn't done at all yet since unlocking that new area. Oh yeah, if it hits the bottom, the line breaks. So it's very annoying. Rude. How dare you? I like this game. Hey Ellie. This might now be the most viewers that I've had for a stream at one time. I'm not sure, but it might be. That's... whatever. Rude! That's so rude! That hat that was falling, I think I already have it, but now I can check before I go down again. It's still worth a lot. Hat catalog. I have not found it. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not the one I need, but I will still get it. We like fish a lot too. We had a fish tank in our room for a while growing up. Like, I think it was a 10-gallon. Got it. Yeah, I think it's possible there's been more than this many, but I'm not sure that it's been this many at a time. Because I think there have been situations where like someone hung out a little bit at the beginning of the stream and then someone else comes in later, that kind of thing. I could just catch those green ones to get them out of the way, but well, I guess I'm effectively doing that now. Makes sense. This game is super relaxing for me. I really like the soundtrack. Oh gosh. I saw how expensive it was that time. That's a lot. It's not far enough. Basically perfect. But it's not like super stimulating for sure. I need more light. At least not early on. There are some extremely frustrating, like, endgame fish that are very hard to catch. Oh gosh. Stingray got right up in my business. I have the cowboy hat. I don't need the cowboy hat. There's also a lot of different mechanics to the game. Like, it's more complicated than you think. Because there's the different levels of bait that you need for different size fish. And then there are some fish that are more complicated rules than that. Like, most of the sharks you need live bait, and there are some that you need to buy a big hook and have a certain size bait or live bait. And then the different hats give you different, like, abilities, kind of, and down the line there will be some that have super specific requirements for being able to catch them. Like, there are some fish that you have to catch other fish in order to catch that fish. There are some that the fish have to be next to each other for you to be able to catch either of them. Yes, there is like a sea monster. Kind of. It's a sea dragon, basically, which is one of the hardest ones to catch in the whole game. And you have to catch that one. That's the hat I need! Yes! I'm so excited. You have to catch the dragon before you can catch one of the other fish, which is one of the most expensive fish in the game. The dragon's up there too. Start with medium bait. It's a cheap one, but I really like it. Okay, I want to catch a stingray. Oh, I'm on a boat. That's how I can go such long distances. Thanks. I'm excited about the hat. Yes, this is the hat I've been looking for the whole time, and I had to upgrade my boat before I could get to it. I think it was like just outside where I could reach. I can go so far out now. There's probably a shark over here, and I probably can't catch it without a hook. I just realized that. I might not have gone far. Oh, it's right there. Well, okay. You're not very expensive, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm super excited about that hat. It's not like a huge deal. It's mostly a big deal for nighttime fishing. And, yeah, I can move the boat while my line is in the water. Because nighttime fishing, a lot of the normal, like, rude. A lot of the normal small fish go away at night. So it's hard to catch anything expensive because you can't get medium bait to catch the bigger stuff at night. And there's some stuff that you can only get at night. So I wanted to go further than that, but that actually worked out perfectly. Hook, rocket. I'm gonna go for that shark. Which that's another one of the... Take you. Thank you. That's one of the other complicated things. Like, there are fish that you can only catch at night. And like, I think 2 of the fish that I have quests for right now are ones that you can only catch at night, or that are at least way easier to catch at night. That's an expensive fish. That's very nice. I know, it is really unsatisfying when they steal part of my catch. I completely agree. I'll go over a little because there's fun stuff to the left of this area too. And I don't have a light on, but I can still see a little bit in this area. Hi Moga, I don't have anything to catch you, but thanks for the offer. Cool. Yeah, that really big one. Actually, that's one, I've caught that one before, so I'm okay with spoiling the specific dynamic, like the requirements for that one. That really big one is like right on the edge of being too deep to see. And so like you would think you should put a light on to go get it, right? But no, if you put a light on, it is scared of the light and will run away from you. So I'm gonna try to catch it right now. I think it's called a Moga. Dang it, that's very rude. I just put a hook. It's very rude. Your hat comment. Now I don't remember if I acknowledged your hat comment, Ashley. Was it like a just happy congratulations hat? Yeah, I see it. Super excited about the new hat. Yeah, me too. I hereby acknowledge you. I don't know if I did it before. Sorry. I'm over too far, probably. Just remembered that. Okay, hook, no light. Nobody eat this. Except the one I'm looking for. Cool. Right there. Nice. Got it. This one's expensive too. This boat full of fish is gonna get me a lot of money. Oh, thank you for super subtly telling me to reread your comment, Ashley, and pay attention to the specific words you used. Now I know what you're talking about. I don't know if you want it to be like an inside joke between us, or if you would want me to share it. Oh, well, that's boring. Oh, your sound cut out? That sucks. Is anyone else having sound issues or anything like that? Rude. Ooh, I got an expensive fish right down there. Oh, cool. So if any of you didn't know, we have an Etsy shop, and this is a perfect promo opportunity that Ashley just handed me. Well, that works, I guess. And one of the things that we have on our Etsy shop is the like faux fur hat with the ears that you've probably seen me especially wear multiple times. Here, I have it. This hat. And we sell custom versions of those hats with a few different like faux fur colors and stuff. And Ashley just ordered a couple, and so that was the like inside joke, quote unquote, that I'm ruining now. Oh yeah, dissociating can like encompasses a lot of things. That term encompasses a lot of different variations of experiences, if that makes sense. I want that one. Cool, that's an expensive fish. Yay. That's probably the hat that I was wearing. It's one of like 2 hats that I regularly wear on this channel. My boat's full. I actually have both of them next to me, so it's the fur one that I just showed you, and then this one, which is just like a black beanie that says ugh, which is technically Dan Howell merch. It's one of my favorite hats. I wear it all the time. I suppose I can get one more fish. Take it with me. Well, that was rude. That's one of the things that gets really, really fun, like at this point of the game especially, because I'm not yet dealing with fish that are super, super frustrating and hard to catch, because that gets like too frustrating for me at a point. I'm not a good enough gamer. But this is the point where there's so much variety without being frustrating yet. That's an expensive boat. And there's a lot of variety, but there's also a lot of like getting to figure out which fish are super expensive and which ones are like pretty but not necessarily super expensive, which ones work as good bait, figuring out what I have to do to catch different ones. And then also there's stuff like some of these fish are really rare, and so seeing one, never mind catching one, can be hard. So that gets fun too. That's rude. That's rude. I hate that thing. Yeah, well, I suppose I can catch something bigger than that since I have big bait now. No, you're annoying. I know you're not worthless, but you're not fun enough. I want you. Yes! I got the other expensive one! Oh yeah, as far as there being like some complicatedness, I like that word, to this game, like the super basic concept is small fish turn into medium bait, medium fish turn into big bait, and then you can catch big fish with big bait. And then like as you make money, you can upgrade your fishing rod and your boat. But there are a lot of little details where you have to figure out how to navigate caves. You end up getting like I already have the mini map, but I can unlock the sonar when I finish a few more quests. And there will be really specific things like having to find the Moga without putting my light on, and the different hats that give you the different abilities, and the normal shark needs live bait and a hook, and stuff like that. But going back to dissociation, there's a lot of like super specific things that like happen through dissociation, but I don't really like say that I'm dissociating if those things happen. Like if we have a really fast switch, switching is inherently dissociative, but oh wait, that's an extremely expensive fish. Switching is inherently dissociative, but if we switch fast enough, we don't like feel like we're dissociating, if that makes sense. Come here. So like I think dissociation in some ways is one term that covers too many things. Because like sorry, I saw a fish. That's a positive trigger for somebody else. Because like switching is inherently dissociative, having alters is inherently dissociative. There's derealization and depersonalization, which are types of dissociating. Dissociative amnesia of any kind, like whether you're a system or not, is dissociative. There's a bunch of stuff, and then there's some identity stuff that's not necessarily related to being a system. Like, it's a lot. Just put it way down here and see if I get anything fun. What is that? Can I get it? Come here. I got it! What is it? I can't see it. Is it that like catfish looking one? I can't see it at all. Oh, it's just the spotter. Whatever. Yeah, I like your definition, Ashley. Yeah. I think dissociation is kind of supposed to be an umbrella term, but there's still like frustrating things about that, because like I've seen situations where someone will like say that they don't dissociate when they switch, and they're trying to communicate that they don't like notice any sense of detachment while they're switching, and then someone will argue and be like, but switching is inherently dissociative, and it's like, well, okay, but that's not the point that I'm making. You know? And that's a little bit frustrating. Yes. Okay, okay. Nope, I can stay. It's okay. You can hang out. I'll stay out. You can hang out. I know. I'll try to catch another one. Jeez. There we go. Got another one. I'm trying not to switch. Sorry, I'm getting pretty blurry with somebody. Yeah, that's true in two, Aqua, what you just said is true in like two major ways that I can think of immediately. Of it being hard to explain how one of us can feel something another one doesn't. That's true in a sense of like alters, but also true in a sense of different systems can have wildly different experiences surrounding the same topic. Like, systems will switch way more or way less than other systems. What switching feels like will be totally different, all kinds of stuff. I know I need bigger bait for a shark. I wasn't going for the shark. But then also, like, between alters, feelings in the sense of emotion, but also feelings in the sense of, like, perceptions, like interacting with reality, basically, in any way, can be very different. Yeah, we have switches like that too, Ellie, where it's a slower, like you blend first and then at some point you end up realizing, oh, I think we switched. We have a lot of those too. Deep sorrow. I forgot I can't get the good sonar until I do 1,000,000 quests. That's really rude. Yeah, Aqua, that sounds super frustrating. I probably need a hook for this shark. This was a bad idea, but I guess we'll find out. No, I can't see anyway. I think I just missed the shark. This is the only area that I can almost kind of see. Well, it's nighttime, and it's good. I have my hat, and I need to catch some nighttime fish, so this should probably work out. Oh, I was gonna tell a story based on what Aqua just said. So early on in me learning about our system, I didn't know that we switched yet because I'm always with people when they switch, and like protectors at the time were trying to keep as much information from me as possible, basically. And I told some family members pretty early on, and they asked if it was okay to assume it was me until otherwise specified. And at the time that made sense to me. And I was too early on to consider that that wasn't really my decision to make. Because that was something that obviously benefits me and not anyone else, and so it's not really my call. But I said that that would be fine. And then someone else was out later, like way later, like not the same day, and was frustrated that they had done that, and I didn't realize that was a shark. I need a light. So this other alter, who I'm not gonna specify who it was, they were really frustrated that our family had done that, and they expressed, like, could you ask who it is and not assume that I'm the host and just use that name until I correct you, because that's really frustrating. And a family member said, but you said that's like what we should do. And they started arguing, and then they were like, oh, well, I didn't say that, and I never agreed to that, and am not okay with that, but I am now being told that someone did agree to that, so I guess you're right, but still stop. And it was really frustrating for them, and I felt really bad because I realized I need to get that shark out of the way. Can you finish freeing it? Thank you. But I realized, ooh, nice. I think I need that one. That's so rude. Oh my god, that's so rude. Okay, I'm catching that shark. Okay. Yeah, so I felt really bad because I had assumed something was okay that wasn't okay with other people in the system, but I also realized that some of that was based on them wanting to feel like they knew me, if that makes sense. Like, I have realized since I didn't put a hook on. I didn't like it. I have realized since that what the person people thought they knew was a combination of many alters. So that was a frustrating thing for me to come to terms with, and for a lot of people who felt like they knew me really well to come to terms with. No! Because they thought they knew a person named Aaliyah, and this is a huge part actually of why I changed my name, because people would hear that name and they would think they knew me because they had known me my whole life, and it was a lot more complicated than that. And that took some getting used to for everyone involved, and it's really frustrating for someone to act like they know you but not actually know anything about you. Not necessarily nothing about you, but making a lot of assumptions based on other people they know from the system. Okay, I have to not go that deep before I get the live bait. That's what I have to do. think that's the bleeper that I need to catch, but it's not taking my bait. I'm not sure why. Okay. That's not the shark. It's fine. It's not fine. Come on. Take my bait. Why won't you take my bait? Yeah, nights are harder than days for sure. Because of that thing. I need to catch that thing. But it's not going well. Well, now I don't have any light. Oh, it's daytime. Cool. I am cool with that. Another very unproductive nighttime, and I had the hat this time. I will defeat nighttime one of these times. But not yet. Wow. Okay. The jump scare fish. I like that. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head because I haven't caught it yet. In this version of reality. Yeah, daytime is a welcome change. I'm just... Stupid grumper. I'm just trying to catch a fish that's worth anything to sell my boat, which is what I was technically doing that whole time, was just trying to put a last fish in my boat and sell it. Okay. If you saw the little message on the screen that just said Torby are extinct, that means that I caught all of a very rare fish, which was one of the expensive ones I caught earlier. So that's cool. Can I open the catalog? Yeah. The Torby is this one. But if I close the game and restart, they will no longer be extinct, so it's fine. Oh yeah, I can't catch you because you're mad unless I catch your friend and let him go. But your friend's not there, so it's impossible to well, there's your friend. Yeah. That sums it up pretty well, Aqua. Well, okay. Take the stupid chomper. And then I'll let it go and I'll try to catch his friend, because his friend's worth way more. But I have to catch his friend before the chomper gets back to it. Rude. Otherwise the chomper will free it. And I have to be able to find it. Where is it? Come on. Like that. I'm not bothering with that right now. Oh, I was saying, I probably have like a bunch of stories, but I have trouble like thinking of them off the top of my head. So if something prompts me to tell a specific story, I often will, not necessarily always, but a lot of the times I will, depending on if everybody involved is okay with it and stuff. But Yeah. Heard a growl? Might have been Charlie snoring. She definitely didn't growl though, she's asleep. I'm gonna get out of the way of the jumper. My favorite story about Onyx? What would be my favorite story about Onyx? A fun one, yeah, I assumed. That, I don't remember literally ever seeing that before. What is that fish? Missy fin. Cool. Should you go by system name instead of your name? That is hard. What we currently do is use the body's name for stuff that we like have to use the legal name for it. And then, well, whatever. I have a hook on it so I can go get something big. If I have the right button on. Yeah, it's something about adjusting what I do with the line, but I don't know how to do it, so I don't mess with it. The white line that appeared on the screen. That's what that is. Oh, we use the body's legal name for legal stuff, and no one in our system, at least currently, uses that name. So that's kind of how we do it. And then for areas where we're open about being a system, we try to use the system name for the system as a whole. My favorite story about Onyx. Yeah, it was just for a sec, Ashley. Shark. Be right in the perfect spot and nothing else bite it. Come back. You are a stupid, not expensive fish. Well, I'm trying to think of things that would probably be okay to share and that I could, like, hint at to Onyx so that she could tell me if it was okay or not. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to keep most of my favorite memories to myself in a way. Makes it feel more special. Whatever. Yeah, for therapy for us, I had no idea, but I was usually not out for therapy. Before I knew about system stuff, before like I had known about system stuff for a while, I was usually not out for therapy. And I had no idea, but is it okay to use that name? I don't remember if you used it in your video. Michael at the time was kind of primary protector, and one of his major jobs was actually like keeping the secret, basically, and that came up very regularly in therapy. So Michael was often out for therapy. But Joseph at the time, although he split since then, so he doesn't do most of the same things anymore, he was often out for therapy, and Jade was out for therapy sometimes. And I would be sometimes, but I ended up finding out that the times I was out for therapy was the times that we like didn't know what to talk about. So, no, that's a good clarification, Ashley, thank you. Our therapist did not know about the system before me, but we ended up being able to share with the therapist after the fact that he had spent a lot of time with specific alters. So, yeah, that's what I meant by that. Like, Michael would be out, but would pretend to be me, but would do a better job of masking as me than I would, in a way. Kind of. I don't want to catch you. That's very rude. Whatever. It's fine. I didn't want any big cool fish. You might be cool. I don't know who you are. Yeah. We had been with our therapist for 2 years before I knew about the system. So that helped a lot with, like, we had built a lot of trust before getting to that point. And when I first asked him if he had seen any, like, signs or symptoms of anything that he would think that I had DID, he said no. And then I had a notebook full of things and I started running through them, basically. And I started running through that list, and we started talking through those things. And then eventually I started being like, I'm having conversations with people in my head. Like, can we talk about it from that perspective? And there was a point where we agreed, like, he kind of told me that it was at the point where it would be more effective to, at least in therapy, talk as though I had a system. Those are expensive fish. I want to catch those fish. Yeah, you. Perfect. And then that was the point where there was starting to be, like, more and more evidence for me daily. So it changed, like, pretty rapidly from that point. Whatever. And then the first alter who switched and kind of deliberately made it clear to me that someone else was out was Jade. Jade before several fusions and splits, but still Jade. And she was like directly defying Michael when she did that, because that rule was still in place at the time of not confirming anything for me at that point. And yeah, that's a really good point, Ellie. You're not going to, like, you could theoretically convince yourself that you're a system, but you're not going to turn yourself into a system if you're not a system. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Jade was the first one who, she switched, and she, we were in a room by ourselves, and she acted different on purpose. Like, she chose not to mask as me. And, she used her own voice. She, like, she carries herself differently than I do. She definitely talks differently than I do. And she didn't technically tell me, but she was not remotely trying to hide it from me. So that was like her loophole that she used basically with Michael. And she's probably the only one who could have done that without, like, permission. Because Michael had a pretty strong hold over the front if he wanted to. Yeah, her voice wasn't as low then as it is now, because a lot of that came from Mama Bear and Primal. But I think it was still a little lower than mine. But the way that she talked was totally different than the way that I talked. And she ended up, like, I started rapid fire asking her questions from inside, and she would, like, share little bits with me without talking out loud, because at that point we were in front of other people. And like, I asked her name, and she, like, it's really hard to explain how this type of communication works in our system, but it's almost like putting an idea in someone's head. Like, she gave me the idea of the character Jade from Victorious, and it's not like a picture, because I can't think in pictures. It's almost like when something's on the tip of your tongue and then suddenly you think of it, but without that first, like, tip of your tongue moment. That's the only way I can think of to explain it. So she did that. And then the first person to technically officially tell me that they had switched was Emily, who was triggered out in a specific situation, and I had just set up Pluralkit on Discord the night before. I had just joined Discord the night before. And Emily switched on Pluralkit, not using her name yet. She didn't share her name for a while, but she switched on Pluralkit, which obviously was pretty obvious to me. So, yeah. That was how that happened. Sorry, you're Disco Aqua. Yeah, giving, like, sharing ideas and emotions are the two major ways that we communicate inside. Like, those tend to be the first ways that we're able to communicate, and then if we have better communication, we can start giving, like, specific words. So there's an in-between period where, like, someone can say it's me and some other alter. Like, actually, this happened with me and Anna for a while. Anna would say something to me, and I would get a general idea, but I was trying to get better communication with her, so I would, like, say different versions of that idea out loud until she told me that it was the right words that she wanted to use for the idea. Yeah, I like doing Q&A hangout stuff for sure. I'm mostly sticking with games for right now, because if nobody has anything to ask or to say, or there's not very many people here or anything like that, I don't want to just be sitting here in silence. So having the game helps a lot with that. But to some extent, there will be times where I want to prioritize the chat over the game. And there will definitely be points down the line where I want to, like, just do a Q&A live stream. That'd be really fun. Yeah, we've got a fair number of people close to front too. When I first learned about the system, I knew almost nobody. Like, thinking about how many alters I know now, it's really weird that I knew so few for the first, like, months. But, like, it makes sense to me, and I know I would have been super overwhelmed if they had led with, there's over 200 of us, you know? But I knew about Joseph. We were co-hosting at the time. I didn't know most of their names for a while, but I knew Joseph, I knew Michael, because he was close to the front most of the time. I knew Rachel. Those were the first three. And then I knew that there was... Sorry, I'm having trouble with my voice. I knew there was at least one little. I had no idea how many. We have a lot of littles. I think the first two littles I met were... Well, one of them was Emily, for sure. What was I saying? Oh, first people I met. And then, shortly after knowing about those first three and having a general idea that there were littles, I met Anna, and then little bit after that, it took a little bit, Jade introduced herself to me, which was the story that I said just a little bit ago. And it was just, I knew just those 5, and generally that there were littles for a long time. Like a long, long time. I'm not even positive who I met next. Like, who I knew their name next. Because I think I met Emily next. And then there was a specific trauma holder that I met. But I'm not sure who it would be after that. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on the server. Okay. I think I might be ending it here anyway, because I'm tired and hungry and disco. Yeah, that makes sense, Ellie. There are a lot of altars that I know of, but know next to nothing about them. So I can relate to that. Sorry, Aqua. I forgot who you said was out, otherwise I would use your name. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names. There's a bunch of people close and I'm tired. I'm really tired today. But I've been really tired a lot and it's been stopping me from doing videos and live streams, and I wanted to do one. So I told myself that even if it was a shorter one, it would still be fun and it would still be worth doing it. So yeah. And it was fun. And if people like want to continue any of these conversations on the server or in comments or anything like that, that would be fun too. But if not, we can just talk more next time. Ashley. Oh, it's Pan out, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had some trouble with that too, adding people to Plural Kit. Okay, I'm getting really disco, I have to go. So thank you guys for hanging out. It was really fun to play Cat Goes Fishing. I was looking forward to that, but also to hang out and talk and stuff, and to talk about the game and about system stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I had fun. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And I'm sorry that it was so soon after you switched, Pan. It's not my intention. Yeah, so whenever this becomes a video, there will be stuff on the screen that you can click. There's already stuff in the description. We're trying to do 3 videos a week now, not 5. Because school and stuff, and it was a little hard to stay on top of that. So for now we're trying to do 3. I didn't even manage that last week, but we'll see what we can do. So 3 videos a week. I'm not scheduling them on specific days right now, because then like if I miss a day, then I feel like I already missed it, whereas if it's not scheduled, I could technically do the week's worth of videos on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I still did it. So trying to keep it flexible basically. But yeah, if you liked it, you can click the like button, which makes me really happy. And I think all of you are subscribed, but if anybody watching later isn't, there's a subscribe button down there too. And the Discord's in the description as always. So thank you guys for hanging out. Bye.